one of those issues.
This is one of the blogging that was done where you were well depicted as a bishop.
That shows the extent to which people
SAMAD,
are willing to go. How desperate.
Okay, you lost in this defamation suit. Am I right?
I haven't lost because we are appealing, so it's an ongoing process.
It's an ongoing process. Okay, it's appealing. Yeah. Okay.
I think case is strong. I find it strange that my summons was rejected. You call it summons? Was rejected, but not a petition. I mean, where our suit against Hamida defamation suit was rejected just because of the title of the article was saying that Muslims unite, and on the basis of that title alone, it was felt that it was not defamatory. So that's pretty strange because the title says one thing, but the contents of the article says something completely different.
We are an Islamic-based country since the constitution has been stated. And do you think PAS should ever be the leader, the prime minister of the country?
Why not?
And who will be the best choice for the prime minister position as of now from PAS?
Well, I think in the final analysis, we have to acknowledge that the current situation is a bit difficult, right? We can. PAS is very strong in Kelantan, in Terengganu, in the northern states of Kedah and Perlis. Well, we've won 15 out of 32, so it's not that bad.
But you just lost Kuala Besut.
Yeah, but there's been a small, it's a by-election, and with all the hundreds of millions that have been promised, our support didn't run away. I mean, they didn't manage to get a much bigger majority. I mean, what they achieved was about 100 plus addition after promising of about 400 or 500 million. So I mean, our support is there to stay. I mean, we just build on it, and the reason why they managed to get the 100 plus majority was because about 1,000 over voters who turned up for GE13 were not able to turn up for this by-election.
Right. There was less voters that came out,
6 or 7%.
Yeah.
So as far as right now is concerned, the best choice for the prime minister is not someone from PAS then?
In the final analysis, what has to happen is that Pakatan Rakyat has to win and enough seats. Then we sit down and we discuss and we decide who's the best person to be the prime minister. And I know that the DAP, based in my experience in Selangor, where by the way, we performed very well, where we increased our number of seats state seats from 8 to 15, and based on our working experience in the DAP, they have no objection if the candidate from PAS is somebody that they believe that they can work with.
Okay, we don't have much time left. We've got just two major issues, and of course some from your constituency as well, from some of our Facebook fans on the beauty pageants. Yeah, the Muslims being banned. Sisters in Islam have questioned the procedure legislating fatwas, which they say is un-Islamic and undemocratic. What is your opinion of this? There's also the issue of gender bias. Yeah, they say that if there can be a fatwa to prevent Muslim women from taking part in beauty contests, then there should be also the same argument that applies to a Muslim man from taking part in a bodybuilding contest.
Yeah,
bodybuilding.
I mean, they are showing everything,
Yeah.
Well, I think their comments should be responded to by the Majlis Fatwa.
Okay, on the non-Muslim students being made to eat in
well, I
the
think
toilet.
that's been clarified. I mean, it was nothing, no racial,
Are you
no
satisfied
religious.
with the clarification by the government?
I think, the problem is we're not allowed to go into the schools, right? So this is something which I haven't had the opportunity to explain. Pakatan Rakyat politicians,
Not
even
allowed.
MPs and ADONs are not allowed to go into schools which are run by the federal government. Yeah. So why, you ask the federal government, but we are not allowed to enter, we cannot have programs with the students, even though it's in my constituency.
Do you really think that the headmaster has just made a bad decision, and he does not have any malice to do such a thing to the kids, and every single little thing has been politicized, and either it's Barisan Nasional, whether it's Pakatan Rakyat, every party is just making things seem so bad.
Yeah, I have to accept the explanation as given, because what they claim is that it's been done even before the canteen is too small. So you have to ask the education ministry why you make a school which is so big and a canteen which is so small in the first place. And then not Muslims and non-Muslims have been using the changing room as an alternative for a canteen, an extension onto the canteen. Those are explanations that were given. It's not the best, obviously not the best location, because from my memory, changing rooms also have toilets in them.
Exactly.
Yes, you have showers, you have toilets. So to say there is a clean changing room and so on, it sounds ridiculous. To say that it's not being used then raises the question, why do you build it in the first place?
Exactly.
Why don't you extend the canteen? Yeah. So there are many, obviously there are many questions that need to be asked. But I mean, let's put the issue to rest, accept the explanation as given. No malice intended. It was not racial, not religious. And the canteen is being open, and let the students, you know.
So it's okay to eat in front of Muslims during the fasting months.
I mean, if you're, I had.
And at the canteen.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, with this mama stalls are open outside. You go out of your office the moment you see a restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, Indian restaurant, mama restaurants, they're open during Ramadan. You can go and close them all off. I mean that's, I don't know.
You yourself, being a politician and been past for so long, what's your personal aspiration to be the next Prime Minister of Malaysia, perhaps?
Never crossed my mind.
Why
no,
not?
I think,
Why not?
Yeah, I think you know, that's I'm not driven by personal ambition lah, put it that way lah. Yeah. So what I want to see is a situation where you get a clean government and no corruption, an end to all this racial politics and
religious.
And on the part of Islam, for the Muslims to be able to understand Islam and to practice Islam as it should be, and show the world that Islam is a religion which is fair, which is good, which can ensure success in the world and in the hereafter. So I think basically the main problem now is that we are not able to show the true Islam or the best of Islam because of UMNO. And that's why, personally, I've always stated that it's not the DAP which is the problem, it's not the PKR which is the problem. Muslims are not allowed or not being shown the best of Islam because of UMNO.
So
UMNO is the problem.
So everyone in UMNO who is a Malay Muslim, and you're saying that they are all not practicing true Islam?
Not everybody, but as a party as a whole. And I'm not talking about the personal practices, but I'm talking about the corruption, I'm talking about the racial politics, I'm talking about, you know, this selective
you say there's no corruption
prosecution.
in
Put it this way, if there is, then we wouldn't hide it. We'll take action against it.
Okay.
And we're not angels. I mean, obviously, there will be weaknesses in the administration and so on and so forth, but we do not condone cronyism or corruption.
Okay.
You being so outspoken, do you foresee that in the next couple of weeks' time you will see yourself in a sex video? Because anything is possible today.
Yeah, I mean, you were put on the blog as well, being, you know, depicted like what we showed just now as a bishop. So from bishop, maybe you, I don't know.
From bishop to a porn star, is it?
That word and term has been used, yes.
Well, I hope it doesn't get to that.
Okay, some bread and butter issues, from our Facebook as well. Shah Alam Theatre, there's also the monorail that's been questioned. 15 years, you know, that Shah Alam has been declared as a city, but there's still no monorail. There's also the hospital, that is the Bengkalai. Yeah, that's one.
Now it's moving.
It's moving, huh? It's
now,
moving.
right.
Okay, can we start with the theatre? Yeah, very quick one. Very quick.
Theatre is ready. Latest, they've completed the technical audit. And now state government has to appoint a company or a group of professionals to run the theatre. It has to be outsourced. The state has to prepare a budget for it. I'm not too sure what the actual detailed planning is, but it's there. So you know, we're left with the baby. We've got to handle it, But when we first
the baby, meaning you're taking over from Barisan
National. We're taking over from Barisan National. When we first few years when we were in power, we found out there were so many things which were wrong in the construction and in the design. We had to rectify it. I think the state government spent another few 100,000 putting things right. And now it's gone through the technical audit and so on and so forth. So it will be probably commissioned and used officially sometime by the end of this year. It was recently used by the Raja Lawak program. They had a special permission to use it. Yeah.
Okay, and a monorail, will there ever be a monorail?
Well, there's the MRT is being built. It goes alongside Shah Alam, on the fringes. Some areas are covered by it. All this transportation is actually the responsibility of the federal government, and obviously on our side what we can do is just try to have a better town planning and pass it on to the federal government for its implementation.
I have nothing more to ask, but we definitely look forward for cleaner government.
Yes.
And I personally have enjoyed this time with you here. Look forward to more Muslim Malay leaders like yourself to be able to articulate Islam in the way that it should be. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Right.
Any final words perhaps for this show, YB?
Well,
your fans actually.
Okay, I like to take this opportunity to thank all those voters in Shah Alam who gave me their support and returned me and Pakatan Rakyat to power in Selangor. We will try our very best to live up to your expectations and work very hard for GE14.
Actually, when you mentioned Shah Alam, now I remember there was one also very important question. It was brought on Facebook about Kota Damansara. The fact that there was factions in past, that's what people were saying, and that's why Pakatan also lost that seat, which went to Barisan Nasional. Kan? Is it because of faction? Very quickly.
Yeah, I think it was over enthusiastic past members who wanted to contest that seat and used the fact that PKR put Dr. Nasir as their candidate as an excuse to contest it. I mean, this is my personal opinion. And it was unfortunate. Yeah, it was very unfortunate because in the end, all you do is you create, number one, you allow BN to win, UMNO to win. Number two, you create tensions within Pakatan Rakyat. Number three, you start arguing within ourselves. And number four, you create a confusion within the general society as
Whose
to...
fault is that, Pakatan?
The fault was
PKR?
Passes over enthusiastic members in Kota Damansara who wanted to contest at all costs. My view lah. Obviously, I'll be shot down for that.
Okay,
that's why you're known as the moderate.
Okay, thank you so much, YB. That was YB KHALID SAMAD, who is MP, Member of Parliament for Shah Alam. And thank you for all your questions to YB. We wish you a good day, and we'll see you once again. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.